Hello everyone, my name is Lecturer Yatom, and today I'm going to just give a little speech about the interviewing skill. Okay, just in the beginning of our lesson, this is a video, it's the first time of a course here. When you talk about the interview is one of a professional. Okay? So you talk about professionals, it's a skill. So when you study a skill, it doesn't mean it doesn't take you just for a short period of time. It might be a series of courses that combine together that can take you a little long. Okay? So I just prepared this for you, and today just the first starts of our session here. And I just want to start in the beginning, just in the earliest as how we get the interview. Okay? It doesn't mean when we talk about interview, we just jumps into the conclusion, just talking about what the questions and the answers immediately. No. Before you receive all those things, you have to prepare with the first thing first. Okay? Especially for those who are the first time job seeker. The first time for you is when you want to look for a job. So remember, today it is not easy to get a job, okay? Because as the thought, as what the wish of the company, employer today, they want their staffs who are in the competency in the jobs field. Okay? They don't want somebody who just come into the company and they need some time to train, and they waste their resource and money and time to train the staff to work for them. No, it's not in this way. Okay? So they just look for the competitive candidate or competitive staff that can come and sell immediately, because they just pay you immediately and they want result immediately. Okay? So what happened to the first time job seeker? Lack of experience, lack of the understandings of the field of the work. What should you do to get a job? Okay, so if you are the first time, then things in the first time. Okay? Build up your experience first. Think of the first opportunity first. Think of the first position first. Okay? This is what I encourage you to do. So, for the first time job seekers, when you hear about the interview, what do you feel? What do you feel about that? Yeah. So it's not just for the unexperienced candidate who just face to the interviews and feel terrible. Even the experienced people, they got many experiences working in the field of jobs, in the field of volunteer, in the field of staff, in the field of management, in the fields of the position of highest, in the team leaders, or in the lines of management. When they hear interview, it can be, or it is the nightmare for all those who face the interview. Even you the first time, and even me, the very experience of the job interview. So, before you get a job, what first thing that you have to do first? Think of yourself. Think of yourself first. So when you think of yourself, what experience do you have? If you talk about experience, it's the job experience, the field in the work. And if you're the first-time job seeker, where can you get experience and where you get all those requirements for job that you are going to apply? Okay? So very important in this course to prepare you to do your self-assessment, your self-analyze, to find your strength, to find things that you can prove them here. Even though you have no experience, but you have something to offer to the company. Okay? And the companies also have to think about this. The company knows that they have to be balanced because it's easy for them. There are a lot of reasons that company thinks about balancing between your abilities and the jobs offer, because it relates to how they calculate the payment for you. It's based on your experience, based on your responsibility, based on your qualification. Okay, and they reserve many. Okay, in case in the negotiation, if they really want to hire you, and that it's not the exact numbers offered. Okay, so the strategy of the companies, because they just make the last decision whether they want to hire you or not. Okay, so the companies knows right away about this. That's why the candidates who offer the over the qualification not to be hired, and for those who under the qualification is not to be hired either. Okay, so think about this. Our course and our unit today is first starts with the first time job seeker. Okay, so what is the most important first-time job seeker do? Yeah. So whether you're a first-time job seeker, you might face very difficult about making your resume, your CV, and your cover letter, because when you enter a job, as I mentioned earlier, that some people just go right away without any paperwork, without any paper submit first. That you are lucky, let's do it. But for those who are not lucky enough, that you have to search for yourself, you have to prove, you have to fight, you have to sell your experience, you have to sell your professional, you have to write a very, very good paper that we call CV and cover letters first. Okay? So for the first-time job seekers, no experience, how do you write those paper documentation? Okay, so in our course we just oriented to use about how those without experience of working before they write their cover letters and CV first. Okay, so it's easy. So let's go right away. If you are first-time job seeker, let's consider what is your main ability that you can prove, prove to employer or to the company. That your qualification. So when you talk about qualification, it's about things that you earn when you are learning, when you were at school. So for job seeker, it doesn't mean you finish school, you wait until you finish your studies and you seek for a job. No, if you have the requirement, if you have the need that you have to do that you go right away while you have your class at the same time. So for job, it can be part-time job, full-time job. It depends on the time available for you, and you have to work double effort even to study. So put study as a priority. As my recommendation as a lecturer of you, put your education as the priority, job as the second priority. It doesn't mean I encourage you to enter the field of the job, but I really encourage you to enter both, okay, into the field of job and into the field of education at the same time. But you have to, okay, commit yourself, put your double effort to do both things in the great way you can offer. So put both in priority, okay? But if you have no choice, then education is first, then job is second. But if you have the chance to do that, so both, okay? Both are important. Okay. So, as I mentioned, in our course here, just orientate you to be a professional, okay? Interview is also professional. English is also professional, but you have your field. Your major is your professional. Okay? When you're looking at this video, I know some of you are IT professional, so in the IT field, but some of you are in the design field. So that qualification you receive based on your major. If you study, you are a student in IT and your major is IT, then that you're professional. You can claim that it's not your experience in working field, but it's experience in your lifetime, experience in your personal effort. That you can put it in the paper, that you can claim that it's your experience. Yeah? So I will guide you how to state that. You're professional, something that you receive from school as your experience. How do we do that? Okay? How dare we claim that they experience? Okay? Don't be afraid to do that. Okay? If talking about learning, it's also a type of job. Now you're learning, it means you're working. When you're learning, you're working double effort. Okay? So the degree, the certificate, the recommendation from your teacher, from the school, it represents of your experience, your strengths, that give you the credential that people outside, in the outside world, they respect because you received the education, when you receive the orientation about your personal life, your attitude, your ability. Okay? Remember that. 3 basics that you receive during education, and the job field also considers about attitude, okay, skill, and knowledge. So build on those 3. Build your attitude, build your skill, and build your knowledge. Okay. At school, at workplace. Okay? So you can compose your CV based on your background knowledge. Okay, background knowledge of your education. If you are in the field of IT, then you experience in IT. So where can you get those experience? From year 1 to year 4, you have gone through a lot of things that you have done in the field of IT or in the field of design. Okay? It is not only the field of shape of your attitude and your knowledge of understanding the world or the society you live in and can fit into the job. Okay? So, based on that reason, you can write your CV, you can write your cover letter, but it's not due right away to do it. We have the orientation course that help you to compose all those paperwork. Don't worry about it. Okay? So in this video, it's just the orientation for you. Then the next course will be start practicing. We're exchanging. Since we are studying an online course like this, okay? We are going to exchange the ideas, okay? Question and answer, and we also exchange the assignment. Okay? Assignment is also part of an exercise. And I offer you the assignment and you turn me with something that I require. Then I suggest back to you. Okay? Don't worry about the interview. Okay? you are going to be a professional skill. You are going to be a professional, okay, in the interview. You are having a skill in there. Okay. So first-time job seeker, then look back to your background. You are in the field of design, you are in the field of IT, then build your resume or your cover letter based on that professional, okay? Remember things that you have done great during school time. Remember things that you have become an outstanding student in the class. You can prove that in your CV, okay? In your work experience. Remember that. So how do you remember? We have a tool to guide you to recover, okay? To retrieve something bad in the past and to put into the paper and note it as a history of your job, your achievement, okay? Then in the next course, and okay, we are going to do all those things when we study about writing, cover letters and CV, okay? I promise to do that. And it's in our curriculum of our interviewing skill, okay? So, remember that your field is important from your background, your education, your qualification, okay? And then you have to know where you can get a job, okay? Where you can get a job. It's very easy, okay? I just suggest you some website, some information that they post the job, okay? And you just look for those websites, okay? So I just wrote on my video here. You can offer here, okay? You can look for here, yeah. So I think our video here, just the first time here, just an oriented video today. I like to finish this and hope you enjoy the course with me for a half semester. And the next half semester we have a lot of things to do. Okay. Also about ability in working, email writing, okay, minute writing, and so on here. You know how to write cover letter, how to write CV, and you know how to do the best interview, okay? So we are going to learn some techniques on how to be a successful interviewee, not interviewer, sorry, okay? So I don't want to cut this video, but I want to put all the things that I mentioned here, okay? So thank you very much. Thank you very much.